What's up, DigiDestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we have a market watch to talk about. So, sorry I didn't do the bell shenanigans, but today we're just trying to be relaxed and not be psychotic. So, without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So, first card we're going to talk about is Metal Gurumon Alternate Art from Exceed Apocalypse, or Apocalypse. So, you got $60 right now, sitting strong. I'm going to say this is going to be one of the more expensive secrets. The reason why I'm saying this right now is because you either have Quantumon, which is a 2 of, if not a 1 of, in other decks, or you're going to have Metal Gurumon being at least played at 2 to 3 copies in list, so you can expect this to be a little more expensive. I expect it to settle down into the $40 range pretty quickly, if not lower, on release, so just don't buy into this one just yet. Apocalypse Special Edition Alternate Art Exceeds. So BT15, $175 holding right now. There's only one listing. One listing sold at $150. We'll have to see if that continues the trend. If you got this, make your money now. To be honest with you, it buys back your boxes. Apocalypse Alternate Art Exceed BT15, $31 and going down. People have paid 34s and stuff like that. I expect this to probably touch 25 on release, if not go down to 15. So just people are going to try to move this as soon as possible to make as much profit, because the longer it sits and the closer it gets to the restriction, the less money they're going to make on it. It's just one of those cards that basically gets into bulk binder very quickly. So if you're not planning on playing this and you want to just have this for collection, just wait it out. If not, if you want to play for the next 3 weeks and be the biggest scumbag in the world, congratulations, go spend your money. So that's your kind of options here. Play for the 2 weeks and then expect you have no profit value for this card. Apocalypse from regular art, $18 and going up. So yeah, that's a thing. So I would not invest into $18. This thing is most likely going to be an 8, if not lower. So again, ticking time bomb, get your stuff now and then expect it to tank. Europe side, for its 2-star art, 150 euros, 169 euros, 170 euros. Then we have alternate art, 28 euros, 29 euros, 30s. So same thing happening here. Just don't invest into it unless you really want to just be a scumbag for the next couple weeks. Like I said, this is where you want to see it in the 10 euro range, kind of better off here than anything. And again, like, the sucky part about the Europe's players, if you order these now, most likely they're not going to get into you by probably a couple weeks, just because international shipping sucks. It's not, if it's local in-house, it'll probably arrive to you quicker, but if you're international buying on card market, you're not going to see this card. So I don't expect this to actually hold long-term value on card market, just because the amount of time it will actually take to get to you is way too long. You're basically get a week to maybe play it, if not less. So yeah, I don't see card market actually holding this card's value long. Leviathan Alternate Art. So Animal Coliseum EX05, $37 and bubbling down. So something about this I want to let you know is that it has a really good turnout for the beginning of this format. It's going to suffer the same fate at the restriction time. So you got 2 weeks to be a menace with this thing, and then boom, it just, you lose out on it. I don't think the deck, it needs its BT16 support. That X antibody stuff adds into the extra draw. You get a free evolution. You get to do some more stuff. Stuff like that matters in decks. So the fact that you're going to have less of that draw consistency, yes, you can play Raremon to help speed up, but I don't think it's enough. I really don't. I think the draw 1, discard 1s, stuff like that, or discard 1, draw 2s are not going to make enough for the cycling to happen. Yes, you get your pieces in there, but you want to draw the pieces and then discard them. Like, that's the big thing with me. I think the deck really benefits from being able to draw, then you choose. Because if you discard first and then you get the piece you really wanted to discard, now you have to wait another turn to be able to get it into the discard. So stuff like that matters. Europe side looking like 33 euros, 36 euros, 38 euros. I expect this to dip down after the 2 week mark. I don't know if this is going to hold up. Sons of Chaos is just that better deck. to be honest with you. That deck is going to hold better with Lugamon than anything else. Leviamon X Antibody exceeds. So BT 15, $14, 15s. People are buying him in the 13s very comfortably. They're expecting this card to be expensive. Don't get me wrong, I expect this to be expensive too. It's going to be the chase card of the set because, let's be honest, the secrets are not. It's either you get Quantumon, Element cards, or, you know, all the other elements, or you have Leviamon X Antibody as being your go-to. The next card I'm going to talk about is later down the road, but that's going to have a waifu tax on it anyway, so she's going to stay strong anyway. So, like I said, the first couple weeks, I think this is going to be a really good deck, but it needs its BT6 theme support, but then it just gets slammed in the face because BT16 is loaded with, I don't care what you do for an effects, I'm not going to be affected kind of situation. So that's kind of the problem here. It has a relevancy of a window of maybe 2 weeks. Maybe you can extend it till BT16, but once BT16 hits, the format just becomes laughable against you because you just have too many protections that just stare at you and go like, yeah, bro, you're not doing anything. Europe side looking like 12 euros, 13 euros, 14 euros. Yeah. Mega Dramon. So this is a Sons of Chaos kind of card, or you play it in Mugen. Right now, it's a 1 of in Mugen, and then Sons of Chaos, you want to see it. So it's not terrible. You got $5 a pop right now. I expect this to come down more. So on release, it might touch 2s, if not lower. So pick it up on release. Don't pick it up now. It's a 1 of in a deck. Europe side looking like 6 euros, close to 9 euros at 10 listings. A lot in the 9s. But yeah, just pick this up if you're planning on playing the Dex Darugamon line Sons of Chaos deck. You're going to need it. Then we have Raremon Promotional. I talked about this as an option, but it's going down. We're seeing now into the 27s. I expect this to cool off. I expect this to touch 20s and kind of just hover there for a little bit, come down. I know I said otherwise earlier this week, but Raremon's a gamble here. I want to say otherwise. I don't think it's going to see as much competitive play right now, but after a certain point, it just doesn't want to see play. Europe side looking like 24s, 35s. Kawagamon Participation Limited Pack version 2. So this is Kabuterimon's stick and problem here. The fact that promos are a pain in the butt to get, they just need to redo things here. But here's the one thing about it. Either you play it at 4, you can play it at 1, you can play it at 0. The deck doesn't actually fully need this. It sees play in it because the inheritable is really solid. You know, it kind of just can't, makes your opponent's Digimon or Tamer can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. Stuff like that matters in certain circumstances. We'll have to see if that's going to matter. Players are going to want it for their Tyrants. It doesn't mean you're going to need it. Europe side looking like 10s, 12s, 15s, and going up. It's up to you if you really think Tyrant's going to need it or not. I personally think you can build the deck without it. You will probably do better if you have it, but it's not necessary. X Antibody Proto Form kind of bumping up a little bit. That's just because Metal Garurumon is finally here at full capacity, and you want to use this in your deck. So that's kind of where you're standing at. You know, $8 is not bad. Europe side looking like 17s, 18s, 19s. Yep, no surprise here. Patamon Blast Days BT14 starting to cool off, guys. Grab it on the low end here while it's on the dip. Because once the starter deck comes out and then we get BT16, this becomes a really powerful deck in its own right. So just keep that in mind. Europe side looking like 8 euros, 10 euros. See, they're picking up on it and starting to pick up on the low grabs. So snag the low ends, be ready. Analog Youth Classic Collection EX01 starting to cool off. There's no reason for you guys to really have this. I was telling you weeks ago to sell it when it was at 9s and 10s. It was just valued that well. You could buy a Classic Collection, get 2, and you got half your value right there, and then you just move them. Just stuff like that matters at the end of the day. So $6, $7 and stuff like that. Move them now if you guys are just sitting on them. Just let people buy what they need. Europe side looking like 3 euros, 4 euros, 5 euros. Yeah. Same thing, just move them. 7th Lightning Exceed Apocalypse pre-release card BT15 promo. So Pre-release stamp is at $8.88, and people are buying them in the 9s and stuff like that. I expect this to touch 15, to be honest with you. So just hold out a little bit. I think this should go up a little bit, and then sell them off when they touch their hype, and then just don't worry about picking up any more. Europe side looking like €6.40, €7, €10, €11, €30, you crazy son of a gun. Supreme Connection, selling it. Wish I grabbed it for 44 cents. I would have picked it up at 44 cents. But yeah, 10s. Yeah. Pre-release stamp. Europe side looking like 7, 8s, 10s. Yeah, if you guys want to play Mugen, you're going to want this pre-release stamp. It is foil too, so you don't really need it. Hagurumon Exceed Apocalypse. Pre-release stamp, $84. What are you smoking? And please share. So, looking at it now, 6 and 5s. I would not pay $84 to $100, you insane freaks. But you know what? There's some idiot out there that might pay it. Europe side looking like €8.50, €9, €10. See, that's reasonable. $100. Get out of here. War Mumsay sitting at 20s. Flip these now. $84, $100. What are you guys smoking? Please stop. $6. I would pay $6. Not these 20s and above. Europe side looking like €6, €8, €9, €10. Fun. Angelwomon Dimensional Phase BT11, $5 and going down. Finally starting to cool off from the hype, which is good because there is a new Angelwomon and stuff like that. So possibilities are endless. Let's take a look on the Europe side, looking like €4.30, €4.80, €5. Congratulations, going down, which is good. Digimon Alternate Art Dimensional Phase, $103 and going down. People are picking up it in the hundreds though, still, so it's kind of good there. I want to wait till it gets down a little bit more so I can get my playset, but hey. Europe side, €120, €150. Yeah, Mugen is hyping up over here. Angelwomon Ace exceeds BT15, $10 right now. I'm going to be straight honest with you. I don't think it's going to go lower than 10s. Maybe on release, it'll be like 7, 8s. But then, boom, it's going to skyrocket back to 10s very easily because waifu tax on this girl is going to be there. So just keep that in mind. Europe side, right for the alternate art, €35, 38s, 39s, 40s. I'm not surprised here. She's going to have the waifu tax on her, and it's going to hit hard. I expect her to stay 35 plus for right now, and then she's going to come down a little bit. Europe side looking like 38s, €40, €48. Let's see what regular art's kind of standing at. €10, 11s, 14s. Okay. Again, competitive play next set, really good because yellow armor shenanigans, yellow vaccine is just going to be nutty because you can skip, evolve, do all the shenanigans. So definitely keep that in mind. Angelwomon Ace is here. Now let's take into a look why I'm trying to bring this up here. If you take a look at Angelwomon's 35 right now, and then we backtrack it here, she touched like 43s and stuff like that. She'll probably come down a little bit, but I don't expect her to dip further than what we expect for the alternate art. So I expect her to stay expensive all in all. So, 40s right now. It took a little bit. It took a couple months before it touched low enough. That was without, it had to not see play. So that's what brought it down. She will see play from the get. Europe side looking like €43, €50. Ryudamon Exceed BT15. We are looking like $9 and climbing. Just Digipolice stuff. People are going to want it. The deck is actually pretty good. I think in the new format, it does a lot better. Alternate art looking like 26, 30s. I don't want to get behind this, but it might have to eventually. Europe side looking like €23, €30, €40. Yeah. Let's take a look here. We are looking like €8, €9. Congratulations. You are quite expensive. Akihiko. So Akihiko alternate art, dimensional phase, $12 and starting to climb. Birds are starting to gain traction. I think the deck actually has some better footing in BT16 than it does now, but that is up to you to find out. Europe side looking like 23s, €30, €35. Who knows? Birds could do something, especially once Apocalypse is at 1. Digimon Ace exceeds about $5. I expect us to touch dollars. I'm going to be straight honest with you. A one-of Ace is not worth it. How rude. Well, we're going to skip that. I think I couldn't find your card market. Card market, for some reason, would only have the 2 versions. So we're not even going to talk about that. So Ragnar Lordmon starter deck finally still touching the $2.50 rate for, selling in the 2s and 3s. No surprise here. I don't know if it'll hold long. It'll probably go back down to dollars. Europe side, €1.50, €2. If you guys really are impatient, pick up your Ragnar starter decks, basically just to get yourself the Ragnar Lords for, 13s. You get a bunch of stuff like Chikuris and stuff like that, just stuff you need. So just keep that in mind. Europe side looking like €7, €10, €12. Yeah, going up. Then we have Palmon Blast Ace BT14 going up, boys and girls. The Bloom Lord deck with the Palmon line underneath is really good, actually. This Palmon being able to give something on your opponents, lose 2 memory if they're suspended, and then you Digivolve into their X antibody evolution, forces them to suspend. Boom, that's pretty good, actually. And then you have the inheritable that's going to gain you some value. So I think this is really solid. €3, €4, yeah. Magnamon Alternate New Awaken BT08, $35 and climbing. So yeah, 40s. I'm not surprised here. If you guys want the Alternate, that is for you. Europe side looking like 32s, 36s. Mimi from Resurgent Booster reprint foil shooting up, boys and girls. Bloom Lord is going to be a really good deck. We're at $5 a pop. So if you've opened the RB1, hey, you got some money. Europe side looking like €3, €4, €6. Omnimon Alternate Being, Booster Box EX04. Going up, showing some spike. The Omni deck is showing some hype here. We got 13s, 14s, 14s, 15s on the Europe side for just the base rarity. Goemon Alternate Blast Ace VT14. Showing some traction. People are buying them in the 19s, 20s right now. It's been showing small tractions, nothing too crazy, but not bad. I mean, has potential for being a Blast Ace. Europe side looking like regular art is $1.60 and just holding. Then Europe side looking like €2, kind of going down a little bit, which is good to see. A little more pricier than us. And then 13s to 14s, a lot cheaper than that. But hey, all in all, I think this is a good market watch, guys. What did you think? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!